What's going on, guys? It's Mr. DEBT Joe Lorick from the Money Etiquette Group here with another IPO video for you. And today I want to talk about Robinhood, the IPO and the pre-IPO. All right, for those who've been hiding under a rock for the last 5 years, Robinhood is one of the most popular retail trading apps out there. We're talking about, when it comes to new traders, top app. When it comes to minority black traders, top app. We're talking about new traders, new people that are just trading for the first time in the last 2-3 years. This is the top app with the fastest growing user base, despite all the controversy tied to its name, including a recent $70 million fine for misleading its own customers. So this company has been able to grow its brand, grow its services. It was one of the first trading platforms which you could have commission-free trades, where you're still kind of paying on it, but you're not paying a commission. You're paying a flat fee for trading based on percentages rather than paying a percentage based on using a certain broker. And by the way, just to let you know, this company is technically your broker. A lot of people say, well, I avoid having a broker. No, the entire company is your broker when it comes to trading, which is why it's set up the way it is. But let's talk about the company. Look, they're going to list on NASDAQ under ticker HOOD, and the expected date is July 29th. We expect at least by the 28th or 27th to have the final pricing, but right now it looks like they're selling between $38 and $42 per share. And for the first time, when it comes to Robinhood users, you have the opportunity to get in on the IPO early with the new pre-IPO feature. So instead of waiting on the market to open, like we always do, where we see 100, 200% jumps and you only can buy in at a 100% jump, and then it jumps another 20, it goes 120 for the day, but you only got a 20% jump. It looks like you can get in from the ground level, but it's only a limited amount of slots to do so. It was reported earlier that Robinhood was putting aside or setting aside 30% of the shares for Robinhood users. So again, if you're a Robinhood user, you can use that to your benefit. But keep in mind, when it comes to pre-IPOs, there are penalties for doing day trading with pre-IPOs. You may not be invited to be a part of a pre-IPO process again through Robinhood. However, look, if you're looking to just cash out and say, look, I don't care, this is an opportunity. But before we go too far into what this is going to look like, let's get into the numbers, the financials behind Robinhood. All right, so according to the latest numbers, based on 2021 second quarter revenue estimates, they're looking to have brung in 546 to 574 million for the second quarter, which is a 129% increase on the 2020 numbers from the same time period. I'm talking about second quarter 2020. Also, they look to have brought in, when it came to the first quarter of 2021, 522 million in revenue. They did have a net loss of 537 million in that same time period. And in 2020, that was 487 million. So it does look like their losses are going up. In fact, in total for the first 3 months of 2021, we're talking about $1.4 billion of a loss. Now, keep in mind, this is a company, if you remember my previous videos, that did turn a profit in 2020 with approximately $7 million in profits. Where now we know they had to spend more this year to settle lawsuits, but also because this is the year they're going public. So they had to spend a lot of money on PR. They had to put out a lot of specials, especially after what happened with the whole GameStop AMC debacle, which for some reason, Robinhood ended up looking worse than other people because, again, for new users, they were the top used platform. So when people couldn't go in and buy GameStop stock, when they couldn't get AMC stock, when everything was halted, when they stopped trading, when they interfered with the process of regular people being able to make profits off of a stock, they got a black eye for that. What was their cop out? What did they say? Look, because of the requirements of the SEC, we had to have a certain amount of money set aside so that we could cover trades, and we didn't have that, so we had to go get that, which means we had to stop the ability for some people to buy trades at that time. So basically they said, look, it's the SEC fault. But nevertheless, after all that's said and done, it's been months since that occurred. And now it looks like they're recovering from that hit and they're ready to go public. So they're talking about, again, between $38 to $42 per share, which would have them roughly at a $35 billion valuation. And I believe in September, that was more like $11.7 billion as their valuation. But we don't know ultimately what the market's willing to pay for Robinhood. I mean, we are talking about, again, one of the most popular, if you want to say this is the trading platform for millennials, it is. It shows they have more millennial traders than any other platform. And of course, the competition, Ameritrade, we're talking E-Trade, we're talking so many different platforms that could be used. They have a better reputation with baby boomers than they do with millennials and younger. So Robinhood is something that's been pushed for younger groups. And again, this is a company that did turn a profit last year. They may not do so again in 2022. We'll have to see. But after raising so much money from their IPO, there's no reason to believe that they won't. We just don't know how much of that will be tied to the IPO versus how much is tied to revenue growth. They have put out expectations that user growth is expected to slow down in 2021 compared to 2020 and 2019, where they saw a big boom, especially with black traders. We'll see where that goes too. But with that slowdown, it doesn't mean necessarily that they're going to slow down in profits. Another big piece of news that happened this year was them entering the pre-IPO market, something that I am a part of. Just to let you know, I do trade on Robinhood, and I have used the pre-IPO the pre-IPO feature. And what it simply is saying is that you can get in early. Instead of having to wait, you can get in early, which is everything when it comes to day trading or even short-term trading. You want to get in as low as possible just so that you don't overpay for something, even though you can still end up overpaying if the stock market drops and we see big dips because of inflation fears, and then it goes down to 3,000 points in a week or something. Then you still could lose money if you sell at that time. But nevertheless, this feature is brand new. I did receive notification that I could purchase shares of Robinhood's IPO between that range. And of course, I could bid a little bit higher. We'll see where the bid ends up being. I did set aside some money. It's confirmed. My order is in. We'll see if it's executed. And we'll see if day one, I'm one of those people that end up making a lot of money because the stock went up 120, 130, 200%. And of course, guys, just make sure in the comment section, you let me know where you think the price will go, where you think the valuation will go, and how many gains or how much in gains it would experience in day one. For me, like I said, I do have my target points. I'm not looking to hold on to Robinhood the long term initially. I think I'll come back in after a big dip and then hold long term, because to me, the platform is still growing. I think them adding the pre-IPO feature was great, but more importantly, when a lot of people was talking to me about, look, leaving Robinhood because of what happened with AMC and GameStop and how they're against the people and how they were used to take money from the poor and give to the rich, I hear all of that. But because of that negative PR, I also understood that this is a company that has to throw out a lot of incentives to keep people as users and to grow their user base. So until I see no longer an opportunity to take advantage of those incentives, I'm here. But once those go away, I'll probably go away too. I use other trading platforms. It's not like Robinhood's the only one, but we'll see where things go. When companies that are so large, so big, get a black eye, they give you an opportunity to take advantage of them having to make up for it. Not to mention, look, where you have leverage, you should use that leverage. I don't think as a collective, black people have more leverage within a trading platform with a company than with any other company than Robinhood. I don't think you can find another company that black people and minorities themselves, not just black people, minorities, have such leverage with a company. So we'll see how this is utilized. But nevertheless, look, bigger picture, we're talking about a company that is losing money in the first and second quarter of 2021. They may still end up, and they should still end up in a profit. So they would have 2 years in the black instead of in the red. This is a company that branding is growing. People really know more about Robinhood, and I think they've gotten over that hump when it comes to the negative press with AMC and GameStop. The lawsuit that they settled, you see they're taking care of just old mistakes or things they've done in the past, including the guy that I believe the family of the guy that committed suicide after thinking that he owed a certain amount of dollars to Robinhood because of, trading options. They settled that too. So they're settling these mistakes. They're settling these things that could bring negative press, and they're moving forward, which means I think we should move forward too. Again, we're talking about 7 million in profits in 2020. Will they get to 10 million? Will it be 100 million in 2021? Or will they take a loss? I don't know. My prediction, if you look at pricing, I think the 38 to 42 per share, it probably will stay within that range, in my opinion. But it all depends on where this market is going. Right now, we're on a downward cycle. So being that we're on a downward cycle, that could actually reduce to maybe $35 per share. And if you put in an order at 42 and it goes down to 35 and it's within a range, then you still can get your shares. You'll have some money left over. However, predicting that it'll be higher, I'm not seeing it right now based on the market cycles. But hey, you guys can prove me wrong. This is certainly a popular topic. I check Google Trends and Robinhood Trends consistently whenever it's time for them to put out an IPO or whenever it's time to talk about the company, new information comes out. It grows in popularity, but we're going to have to wait until the 29th. I probably will do a follow-up video once it's priced. Again, I'll let you guys know how the features work for me. My order is in. Hopefully it gets filled because I would love to get in at that bottom level. I have not, through Robinhood, participated in a pre-IPO, so I hope this goes well. And for Robinhood's sake, I hope it goes well for a lot of its user base, because if it does, they may be building loyal customers. But if it doesn't, it could be another reason to move on. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Subscribe, like, share. I appreciate you spending your time watching my videos. Look, we're getting to 2,000, almost 3,000 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe. I do want to grow this channel. We talk about IPOs amongst other things. Support. Grow the channel, grow the content, get the message out there, and let's have the conversation about this IPO.